Hey, good evening, everybody. Listen, we're back here at the pastor's desk at Union United Church of Christ, and I just wanted to come on to say hello to all of you and to welcome you again. Listen, we are here. We're about to embark upon a new study entitled The Circle Maker, Praying Circles Around Your Biggest Dreams and Greatest Fear by Mark Batterson. I probably should move that in the camera so that you can see it. This study is going to be so powerful and important as we begin to develop our prayer lives even more. It's no coincidence that it is Ash Wednesday in the beginning of the Lenten season, so that we bring ourselves into a place where God can use us, where God can speak to us, and more importantly, where God can speak through us. And so prayer is going to do that. Let me just emphasize a couple of key points, not necessarily from Mark Batterson, but key points to help us with the study. Prayer is all about communication. Okay, prayer is simply you having an opportunity and having an audience with God. Notice that here that prayer is about communication, and communication is a two-way process. And so prayer is a dialogue and not a monologue. Let me say that again. Prayer is a dialogue and not a monologue. It is not where we run into the presence of God, drop off our grocery list, our honey to-do list, or our wish list, and then we run out of his presence. But prayer is communication. And as you speak to God, God desires to speak back with you. And so I want you to learn how to get into God's presence and to commune with him. Hence the beginning or the root of the word communication is to commune, is to fellowship, is to spend time, is to come to the table and have something in common. And so we're communing with God, and as we speak to God, God is definitely going to speak back with us. In addition to that, prayer is about relationship. Yes, prayer is not just communication, but prayer is also about relationship. And the more we get to spend time in this relationship, the more we endow this relationship, the more we begin to take on the character of God. And so we begin to take on God's character. We begin to learn him, just like we spend time with our loved ones and those that we are in committed relationships with. We need to spend that same time, that same amount of, or even greater time, loving on our Savior and on our Master, and allowing that relationship to be formed and to be saturated. I call that a part of our spiritual formation. And so that's a function of your relationship with Christ. In order for your spiritual formation to be in place, it is a function of your relationship. And so the more you develop your relationship, the better formatted you'll be, and you'll be able to handle different adversities that come your way, or different challenges that may crop up from time and time again. And so prayer is about communication, prayer is about relationship, and lastly, prayer is about alignment. Prayer brings us into alignment with God. It allows us to be a partaker in the will of God. So the more we spend time in prayer, the more we become aligned to God's voice, aligned to his will. He begins to reveal his will so that we may know him and know him for ourselves. And so prayer is all about that. So join us if you can. Prayer is about communication, about relationship, and about alignment.